The entire history of Euclid Inc. is more than just the story of a company, it's the evolution of an industry. Starting in 1907, Euclid transformed the world of construction and mining with game-changing machines like the automatic rotary scraper and the Model 1Z, the world's first off-road dump truck. But success didn't come cheap. From its acquisition by General Motors to an antitrust battle that shook the industry, Euclid Inc. faced fierce competition, government intervention, and market challenges. Its innovations helped build some of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in history, yet the company's legacy remains a mix of triumph and turbulence. How did Euclid Inc. rise to become an icon, and what lessons can we learn from its journey? The answers lie in the fascinating story of Euclid Inc. George A. Armington, born in 1865 in Ohio, was the visionary behind the Euclid Company of Ohio. Growing up in a family that valued craftsmanship and mechanical ingenuity, George developed a keen interest in machinery from a young age. His parents, recognizing his talent, supported his early endeavors in mechanical design, laying the foundation for his future success. In 1907, George Armington, along with his 5 sons, founded the Armington Electric Hoist Company. Their initial focus was on manufacturing electric hoists, which were essential for heavy lifting tasks in various industries. The company quickly gained a reputation for producing reliable and efficient lifting equipment, thanks to George's commitment to quality and innovation. As the demand for heavy lifting machinery grew, so did the company's ambitions. In response to the burgeoning needs of construction and industrial sectors, the Armington family expanded their product line to include cranes and the likes. This expansion led to the renaming of the company to the Euclid Crane and Hoist Company, signaling a broader focus beyond just electric hoists. But then, in 1926, the Armington family once again changed the company's name from Euclid Crane and Hoist Company to Euclid Armington Corp. Despite the economic turmoil of both the Roaring Twenties and the subsequent Great Depression, the company endured, largely due to its ability to weather the economic fluctuations of the era. One of the company's first major innovations was the Euclid automatic rotary scraper, introduced in 1924, a robust piece of machinery typically towed by a tractor. Following the automatic rotary scraper, the same year, the company also introduced the Euclid wheeler scraper, a wheeled version of their earth-moving machinery. This innovation provided greater mobility and efficiency, allowing the scraper to traverse rough terrains and deliver earth to specific locations with precision. The wheeler scraper became a staple in large-scale construction and mining operations, cementing Euclid's reputation as a leader in earth-moving technology. Building on the success of the rotary scraper, Euclid continued to innovate in the field of earth-moving equipment. In 1931, George's son Arthur Armington took the helm, acquiring a smaller facility to start the production of off-highway mechanized trucks. This new venture was dubbed Euclid Road Machinery Company and initially produced 15-ton trucks for the mining and construction industries. With a workforce of just 300 employees, Euclid quickly began producing around 20 heavy-duty trucks each month. 3 years later, in January 1934, the company would revolutionize the construction and mining industries with the introduction of the world's first off-road dump truck, the Euclid Model 1Z. Unlike the modified on-road trucks of the time, the Model 1Z was specifically designed for off-road hauling. Its robust design, powerful engine, and large hauling capacity made it an instant success, drastically improving the efficiency of earth-moving operations. World War II had a dramatic impact on Euclid's production. As with many manufacturers during the war, Euclid's truck production surged to meet the demands of the military, tripling output to support the war effort. Euclid literally revolutionized military logistics with their rugged dump trucks and specialized construction equipment, uniquely engineered for wartime conditions. As US and Allied forces pushed across challenging terrains, Euclid's extra-large dump trucks, famously referred to as overloaders, became essential, transporting oversized materials like heavy weaponry, ammunition, and building supplies in muddy, mountainous, and remote regions. This equipment laid the groundwork for constructing supply routes and airstrips in areas that traditional machinery and trucks could not reach. These overloaders became crucial for building runways and storage depots in the European and Pacific fronts. Apart from the overloaders, Euclid's scrapers assisted in transforming hostile areas into strategic outposts, swiftly constructing bases and facilitating troop mobilization across newly carved routes. With heavy-duty capabilities, Euclid machinery moved everything from fuel to artillery, handling the enormous logistical demands of the military's rapid movement. After the war ended, Euclid's profits continued to climb, fueled by the global rebuilding process and an international reputation for high-quality products. The company's trucks became synonymous with reliability, and its brand recognition soared in both the United States and abroad. The company's focus on the mining and construction industries solidified its place as a key player in the off-highway equipment market, particularly with earth-moving trucks that were crucial to post-war reconstruction. Euclid made so much profit from the post-war reconstruction that it built a new plant at East 222nd Street, Cleveland in 1946. 3 years later, they bought yet another plant in St. Clair in the same city. This expansion and upward trend continued until they attracted the attention of General Motors, who saw the great potential of this Ohio company. So, GM began to initiate acquisition. Seeking opportunities to expand and diversify its holdings, General Motors (GM) purchased Euclid in 1953 for $20 million. At the time, Euclid was generating $33 million annually in revenue. The company also had a workforce of 1,600 employees, producing 175 trucks per month. It produced more than half the total truck production of the United States. This means that Euclid had already established dominance in the off-highway truck market, controlling over 51% of the market share, particularly in the segment for heavy-duty earth-moving equipment. The purchase of Euclid was part of GM's broader strategy to diversify beyond automobiles and into other industrial sectors, capitalizing on the post-war demand for construction and mining machinery. Under GM's ownership, Euclid continued to expand its product line, introducing even larger and more sophisticated trucks, tailored to meet the needs of a rapidly growing global market. This expansion was aided by GM's deep pockets and vast manufacturing expertise, allowing Euclid to remain at the forefront of earth-moving technology. However, Euclid's growing dominance under General Motors soon drew the attention of federal regulators. By the mid-1960s, GM's control over both the automobile and off-highway truck markets raised significant concerns about monopolistic practices. The US government, fearing that GM's market dominance could stifle competition in the earth-moving machinery sector, initiated an antitrust investigation under the Clayton Antitrust Act. The government argued that GM's control over both automobile manufacturing and a large portion of the specialty markets, particularly in off-road haulers and earth-moving equipment, was creating an environment where competition was effectively being squelched. With GM holding more than 50% of the market share in the earth-moving segment, the government feared that the company could control pricing and limit the ability of smaller competitors to survive in the industry. What followed was an 8-year legal battle between General Motors and the US government, a fight that would shape the future of the company and its control over Euclid. During the trial, GM argued that the merger was beneficial to both the economy and the industry, providing jobs and promoting innovation. Despite these claims, the government pressed on, asserting that the monopoly-like power GM held through Euclid was detrimental to the free market and the health of the construction machinery sector. In 1968, after nearly a decade of legal challenges, the government finally won the case. General Motors was forced to sell its Euclid division, marking the end of the company's control over the heavy-duty truck manufacturer. White Motor Corporation, another Cleveland-based manufacturer of trucks and automotive parts, acquired Euclid, marking a new chapter for the company. While GM had made significant strides in technology and production capacity during its ownership of Euclid, the forced sale highlighted the tension between corporate consolidation and the need for market competition. While the divestiture was a blow to GM's expansion into the heavy machinery sector, it paved the way for Euclid's next phase under White Motor Corporation. However, the legal and regulatory fallout from the acquisition and subsequent divestiture serves as a reminder of the balancing act between corporate growth and the necessity of maintaining a competitive market. The innovations that GM helped foster at Euclid during the 1950s and 60s were instrumental in shaping the future of the construction machinery industry. Euclid's trucks and scrapers continued to set industry standards, with larger and more powerful machines being introduced to meet the growing demands of mining and infrastructure development. Yet the company's time under GM also underscores the role that government regulation plays in preventing monopolies and ensuring that competition remains healthy across industries. As Euclid moved under new ownership, the company faced both new opportunities and challenges. Would White Motor Corporation continue the legacy of innovation set by GM, or would Euclid's place in the heavy machinery market be forever altered? Under White Motor Corporation, Euclid continued to develop and produce heavy machinery. The company focused on enhancing its product lines and expanding into new markets, both domestically and internationally. White Motor's expertise in truck manufacturing complemented Euclid's strengths in earth-moving equipment, creating synergies that benefited both divisions. During the 1970s, Euclid expanded its operations internationally, expanding manufacturing facilities and distribution networks in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. This global expansion allowed Euclid to tap into emerging markets and cater to the increasing demand for heavy machinery worldwide. The company's international presence also helped mitigate the impact of economic downturns in specific regions, ensuring sustained growth and profit. The 1980s brought significant challenges for Euclid, including economic downturns, rising competition, and shifting market dynamics. The heavy machinery industry faced increased pressure from competitors who introduced innovative technologies and more cost-effective solutions. Two notable competitors were Caterpillar and Navistar International. Euclid had to adapt by streamlining operations, improving production efficiency, and investing in research and development to stay competitive. To counteract the competitive pressures, Euclid focused on technological advancements and product upgrades. The company invested in developing more fuel-efficient engines, advanced hydraulic systems, and automation technologies to enhance the performance and efficiency of their machinery. These innovations helped Euclid maintain its reputation for producing reliable and high-performing equipment. Like many manufacturing companies, Euclid faced labor disputes and strikes during the 1980s. Workers demanded better wages, improved working conditions, and enhanced job security. These strikes disrupted production and impacted the company's financial performance. Euclid responded by negotiating with labor unions and implementing changes to address worker concerns, striving to maintain a harmonious relationship with its workforce. By 1984, fate, as it seems, would once again bring General Motors and Terex together after it was forced to sell it back in 1968. After it was forced to sell Euclid, General Motors renamed its now smaller product line of trucks and earth movers Terex. The name was derived from two Latin words, terra, which means earth, and rex, which means king. In other words, this subsidiary of GM was king of the earth. Euclid underwent a significant transformation when it merged with Terex Corporation, a leading manufacturer of construction and mining equipment. This merger combined Euclid's expertise in earth-moving machinery with Terex's advanced technologies and global reach, creating a more robust and diversified company. The merged entity focused on leveraging the strengths of both companies to develop innovative products and expand their market presence. Post-merger, Euclid-Terex focused on developing advanced earth-moving technologies, including GPS-enabled machinery, automated systems, and environmentally friendly engines. These advancements improve the efficiency, precision, and sustainability of construction and mining operations, aligning with the industry's shift towards modernization and environmental responsibility. Under its new parent company, Euclid continued to expand its international footprint, establishing manufacturing facilities and service centers in key global markets. This expansion solidified Euclid-Terex's position as a leader in the heavy machinery industry, providing high-quality equipment and comprehensive support services to customers worldwide. In response to increasing environmental regulations and the global push for sustainability, Euclid-Terex invested in developing eco-friendly machinery. The company introduced models with reduced emissions, improved fuel efficiency, and enhanced energy management systems. These efforts not only helped Euclid-Terex comply with regulations, but also appealed to environmentally conscious customers seeking sustainable solutions. Euclid's legacy is defined by its pioneering contributions to the development of earth-moving equipment. From the automatic rotary scraper to the first off-road dump truck, Euclid consistently pushed the boundaries of what machinery could achieve. These innovations not only improved the efficiency and effectiveness of construction and mining operations, but also set new standards for the industry. Their equipment enabled large-scale infrastructure projects, facilitating the building of roads, bridges, tunnels, and other critical structures. In mining, Euclid's machinery improved excavation processes, making mining operations more efficient and safer. Throughout its history, Euclid maintained a reputation for producing reliable and high-performing machinery. Customers trusted Euclid's equipment for their durability, efficiency, and advanced features, ensuring Euclid's position as a trusted name in heavy machinery. This enduring reputation has allowed Euclid-Terex to maintain a loyal customer base and continue to thrive in a competitive market. In the rapidly evolving heavy machinery industry, Euclid faced intense competition from other major players like Caterpillar, John Deere, and Komatsu. Staying ahead requires constant innovation and investment in new technologies. At times, Euclid struggled to keep up with competitors who introduced more advanced or cost-effective solutions, leading to periods where the company had to ramp up its research and development efforts to reclaim its competitive edge. Like any major manufacturer, Euclid Terex faces ongoing challenges related to economic fluctuations, supply chain disruptions, and changing market demands. The company continues to adapt by diversifying its product offerings, expanding into emerging markets, and investing in cutting-edge technologies to stay competitive. The future of heavy machinery is closely tied to technological advancements such as automation, artificial intelligence, and remote operation. Euclid Terex is actively integrating these technologies into its equipment to enhance performance, safety, and efficiency. By staying at the forefront of technological innovation, Euclid Terex aims to meet the evolving needs of its customers and maintain its leadership position in the industry. Euclid Terex's legacy is built on over a century of innovation, resilience, and a commitment to excellence. As the company moves forward, it continues to honor its heritage while embracing new opportunities and challenges. The enduring principles of quality, reliability, and customer focus remain at the core of Euclid Terex's operations, ensuring that the company remains a trusted name in heavy machinery for generations to come. From its humble beginnings with electric hoists to its transformation into a global heavy machinery powerhouse, the Euclid Company of Ohio has left an indelible mark on the construction and earth-moving industries. As Euclid Terex continues to evolve, its legacy of pioneering advancements and reliable machinery is as strong as ever. We hope you found this story both fascinating and motivational. Let us know in the comments which company's story you'd like us to explore next. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon.